Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Corey, better known as the Seaman, and I want to welcome you to another edition of the Seaman's Cinema Sit Down. Oh, it feels good to be horizontal and back in the normal widescreen video format that you guys are most used to, and I certainly am most preferred to. The laptop has arrived, which means that we are finally back editing videos, not just throwing up small shorts. And the last video I posted was actually a vertical phone video, just in length. I had shot the reaction to this trailer, both on my regular camera and on my phone, and then when the laptop was still not expected to be here until yesterday, I was like, you know what? I can't wait till Tuesday to get this thing up. I should have gotten it up on Sunday night. Threw that one up there. So I want to take another look at this trailer because I've noticed a bunch of things that I didn't notice or didn't realize or kind of corrected myself on in watching it multiple times since. And then I want to take a look at the big game spot from the Super Bowl that I completely missed. The Super Bowl trailer started right away. I was not set up because I was at my brother's party. A lot of people there. I got caught up like Usher. Caught up, got me feeling it, caught up. The Usher Super Bowl halftime show was great. But nevertheless, I didn't get to see the Super Bowl spot. I kind of avoided all the trailers so we could watch all of them. Now that the laptop's back, kind of get it all done correctly. I'm rambling, so what am I talking about? I think y'all should know. I'm very ready, but why don't you pull up a chair, take a seat as we get ready to take another look at the official teaser trailer and our first look at the big game spot from the Super Bowl for Deadpool and Wolverine. And that's right, man, the big reveal in that trailer was that the title changed. Deadpool and Wolverine, which is super exciting, even though the trailer was really just Deadpool and like a little bitty Wolverine. But what's funny is, anytime you watch something the first time, especially me, I always miss things, man, because I get caught up in one thing. I'm like all excited, and then, you're just kind of moving super fast in some of these, and then sometimes I'm thinking one thing's going on which isn't really going on. So in watching the trailer a couple more times, I picked up on a few things that I didn't quite notice the first time. So we're going to do not a full breakdown. I just want to do another watch and kind of point out at least a couple of the things that I either got wrong or missed completely. And then I want to take a look at the Super Bowl teaser spot because, like I said, I was a little delayed in getting my stuff. I was literally starting to put my camera like on the tripod, and the first movie trailer ran, and I was like, oh snap, that was crazy. And like it felt like 90 seconds later this one was running. So it was loud. We didn't really hear a lot, and I was sitting right next to the TV most of the game, so it was easy to avoid all the trailers. And now, like I said, that I have the laptop, which went on a crazy journey. It was supposed to be here on the 4th originally. No, the 5th. It arrived in Kentucky on the 4th. It was supposed to be here on the 5th originally because I had done an express dealio. Then it was supposed to be the 7th, which was still a date earlier than it was originally projected. And then it got here on the 13th. It was in Kentucky from the 4th till the 12th. And on the 12th, it finally got released. It was almost like it was released from customs, but what was weird is like it went from China to Anchorage, Alaska to Kentucky. So you would have thought it would have cleared customs coming into Anchorage. But I guess it had to get another release when it got to Kentucky, and it got import scanned 5 days in a row, but never got cleared until the 12th. And then I was sitting here yesterday and it finally updated because it just been like, your laptop will have, or your package will have an updated date as soon as we have it. And then yesterday it finally said like by 7 p.m. I was like, oh, and it got here around 3. So I was able to edit some videos that will be coming. We got some reviews for both TV and television TV and television is the same thing. TV and movie things that ended up at the end of 2023 that I was starting to talk about, and then get into some of the stuff in January that we missed. And then, like I said, we got a bajillion Super Bowl commercials to look at. Not commercials, trailers to look at. It was funny when I left my parents' house on my way over to my brother's. I went to my mom. I was like, oh man, I'm so excited for Super Trailer Day, man. Like nothing else is happening today. It's just all about the trailers. There were more trailers than I realized, but I'm doing what I normally do. I'm rambling. And we got some things to look at. So let us get ourselves set up. Throw on the headphones. Don't ask me why. Well, I'm going to tell you. I don't know how, but I have misplaced my AirPods. So we're going old school with the headphones. We'll get the first teaser trailer up for you guys again. We're going to hit play. We might pause once or twice as we kind of talk through a couple things that I've seen. But let's take another look at the official teaser for Deadpool and Wolverine. And right out the gate, this is the first thing I got wrong. I saw the hair, and then I saw some of the characters that were dead in the second one, forgetting like all the stuff he does at the end of the movie, saves people and brings them back. I thought this was like, oh, this must be a different Deadpool. There's definitely got to be a different gag going on here too, though, with the hair and the birthday stuff. So I'm definitely excited to see what that has to do. But then obviously the knock at the door, and then you end up getting our first look at the TVA coming to get Wade. This will be the first spot that we pause. So this is where, like, for me, I think Deadpool becomes so interesting because obviously doing what he does at the end of 2, right? Saving Morena Baccarin, saving the guy with the mustache. I think his name was Paul or Steve. What's funny is Deadpool can never remember his name either. But, he saves both of them. He goes back, changes a few things for his own timeline, then goes back and starts to correct the Ryan Reynolds timeline, right? Green Lantern, the first appearance of Deadpool in the Wolverine origin movie. So all that stuff, obviously things that would set off alarms for the TVA. So why is it that they're coming to Wade now, all these years later? I mean, I think 2016 is when the second Deadpool came out, I believe. So it's been almost 10 years, man. It's been like 8 years since we've seen a Deadpool movie, and obviously that's because of the Fox-Disney merger and all of that time, and then having to work him into the MCU. We've kind of put Deadpool on ice for a bit. And so we obviously know the reason they're coming to him now is because now Deadpool is in the MCU and starting to work into this giant machine that, Kevin Feige has established. But, it begs the question, like, why now? And this is where I'm really hoping that the movie opens with Deadpool killing the Fox cinematic universe, right? Like, going in, taking out all the different variations of the X-Men. That could be something that gets Wolverine really pissed off and on his scent. And he said, like, a lot's happened, right? A lot has transpired since, whenever, talking about like the birthday. I'm thinking maybe this isn't a birthday celebration. Obviously we do see the cake and it says happy birthday Wade with a picture of everybody, so I guess it is a birthday celebration, but he's only got one candle on the cake. And I can't help but wonder why is it one candle? Is it his first birthday in the MCU? Is it his first year after doing, it could be one of these, like, the celebration is tied to whatever the movie opens with. So I hope that's what it is. Like, I hope it's something bigger, right? Or something that's happened in between 2 and 3 that has actually triggered the TVA to show up and kind of be like, hey, Wade, you're up to no good. We're coming to stop you. But at the same time, you're also seeing that he's getting a potential deal to become an Avenger levels character. And this is all going to be things that play into, that fourth wall breaking that Deadpool can do, and what Ryan knows as an actor playing Deadpool inside of a movie where Deadpool is aware that he is an actor playing you know what I mean? So, like, it's one of those where that self-awareness, is that maybe what it is? Like, hey, I see you're going around and doing things because you know stuff that we don't know, right? Like the superpower almost that you have of knowing that Fox had all these characters and now everything is under the Disney umbrella, but Disney's probably going to give us a new version of the X-Men. So, like, Deadpool having all of those thoughts in his head and knowing all of those things could be a reason the TVA is going, hey, there's some really bad things going on here. And we're aware, because of what you've been doing on the timeline, that you have this ability to know things. And we need you to, what I think is, go grab a multiversal Avengers team. And Wolverine maybe is somebody that's on that list, right? And that's what gets Wolverine into it. He doesn't want anything to do with it. Maybe Deadpool's already done something to piss him off. Like I said, killing the Fox universe, so to speak, because that fight is taking place at the Fox Studios logo. So I'm thinking that maybe is the beginning of the movie. And then I think after that fight or whatever, this is where the TVA comes in, and maybe Wolverine is somebody that Deadpool has to go get, and they're going to maybe be recruiting other Avengers. Outside of that, I don't know why else you'd be bringing Deadpool in and be like showing him the pictures. Let's hit play again because you'll see those things. But that was really the first thing that I got wrong, and then the thing that I was thinking more about. Like, I really do hope that it's something bigger going on with this party and with why the TVA is coming in. One of the best jokes in the entire trailer, and it's the thing for me that gets me really excited because it right away in the trailer, without it being a Red Bend trailer, is telling you, hey, we're going to do the stuff that we normally do. And we're starting with a pegging joke in the trailer, something that we would be very familiar with, both with Reynolds and Deadpool and what he's done with the character, but certainly something that Disney has never had their name attached to. So, I mean, the first joke right out the gate is just telling you we're going to get what we want with the Marvel Studios Deadpool movie. It's so cool to see the Marvel Studios logo in front of him.
You appear to have soiled yourself while unconscious.
I wasn't unconscious. But yeah, the comedy is just all there, obviously, in those... even though it's been like 8 years, the timing, everything is there for Reynolds as Wade. It's just a character, and he is special, right? He's special because he knows things other people don't know. And then, yeah, puts you on the level of the Avengers.
I smell what you're stepping in, Sensei.
I think all of this, like I said, is the lead up to... Alright, now here's one of the first things I didn't think about until afterwards, but this bald-headed man, making me wonder if that's Charles Xavier in some manner. It doesn't look like Sir Patrick Stewart, right? But it could maybe be James McAvoy or another variation of him or somebody completely different. All I know is I'm seeing a bald-headed man, and in a Deadpool world, that makes me think Charles Xavier is certainly something I didn't call out or think of in the moment.
Cinematic universe is about to change forever.
And yeah, like, now this is the big one. The cinematic universe stuff is about to change forever. Obviously, a big beat just to hear, because like it's one of those Deadpool knows what it is that he's.
It's about to change forever.
He knows what it is that he's getting into, and obviously knows it in a bigger context, and it's one of those where it's like, yeah, the cinematic universe has been changing, and maybe it's gonna be him that helps tie it together. But then the second piece here is good old Wolvie. I was so excited about the Deadpool changing the Marvel Cinematic Universe bit, didn't even notice the white jacket of our guy Patch, which of course would be Wolverine in Madripoor, and I think that's obviously who that is. Now the question is that Hugh Jackman, or is that the MCU's Wolverine? It's one of those things where I wonder if we get a tease to who the MCU Wolverine could be. It's something I saw out on Twitter the other day when I was just kind of going through and consuming all the Deadpool and Wolverine stuff, and there were people out there going, maybe this isn't Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. It very well could be, right? Like, it could be Deadpool going to reach out to Wolverine first when he jumps into that timeline where Hugh Jackman is, the Wolverine, so to speak. First place you go would be Madripoor. Go find Patch, probably playing some cards somewhere out there. But this could also be, maybe I'll go get the Wolverine that's here, and maybe this could be the MCU Wolverine. It certainly looks like it could be Jackman, but it also looks like someone who might be slightly smaller in stature. So, I don't know. Could be going either way. One of the first big things I'm sure everybody will be paying close attention to when we get to Deadpool and Wolverine. But nevertheless, seeing Wolverine in the Patch gear in Madripoor would be freaking amazing. And Marvel Jesus. Oh, man. I mean, it just sets... Again, it's one of those things when you think about the viral marketing and the things that Reynolds does, where it's like, Marvel Jesus, I said this in my reaction, man, like, take us to the promised land, all sorts of things that Reynolds will be able to play with by just having a line like that in the movie for the trailers and the marketing lead-up. Genius. Just the body language, and then, yes, the blood, the action. There's our Fox Studios logo. Oh, that gunplay is so good. I can't wait. That's gotta be like the scene. Now, this is one of those things where it's like, what is happening here, right? Like, you see this guy, he like a TVA agent. Is that was that now the smoky dragon, Abeloth? Like, is that who? Like, it's some sort of smoky something grabbing a TVA agent. I don't know what sort of military compound we're in. Those bikes look mad old, so I have no idea what's going on there. It's just one of those things I'm like, I haven't looked closely at is that, and it is just a big purple smoky thing. And Deadpool But like, yeah, the breaking bodies. What do we got? What, you know? Now it's turned into like a full. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think obviously this character has anything to do, but like the mask on that dude is a little bit, is a little. That look is a little doomish to me, and that's one of the other things that I'll be fascinated to see if this movie sets up in any way, is whether you pivot from Kang or you don't pivot from Kang, you recast, whatever it is that you do going into Avengers 4, which was supposed to be Kang Dynasty, and then Secret Wars. I still think in some manner Doom will be introduced in some way, or if it's just one of those, like, you know, because of the strikes and the pause on filming, there were some things going on that Reynolds would have been, you know, able to know and kind of tip to. I don't think any of that's going on. It actually kind of looks almost Iron Man-esque, I guess, now that I'm looking at it more. But that looks like some cool kind of like satellite thing. I mean, just the visual effects and then the action. That dude in the mask, he's there twice. I'll be fascinated, and then I want to know what's going on. Where are we? What's happening? And then this beautiful shadow play, right? Like where Wolverine and Deadpool's heads become like the same twice.
You don't just stand there, you ape. Give me a hand.
No, I'm actually okay. Thank you very much.
Like, it's just so exciting. Like I had said in my original trailer reaction, like this is a pair of real life friends. You know, a lot of negatives, I think you could say, when it comes to the Wolverine origin movie. But the biggest positive is having those two guys on screen, on set together, and then becoming like real life friends who hate each other, right? The rivalry between them fits so perfectly into the characters that they're now going to portray together, which I just think is freaking super cool in a lot of different ways. And certainly, you know, something that I look forward to when it comes to this movie. You know, they'll be able to play into that rivalry bit between Jackman and Reynolds, even though they're real life best friends, very similar to the vibes that Deadpool and Wolverine are gonna have. Now, let's get the second trailer here, which was really the first trailer that we got on Sunday, which is the big game spot. I heard there was a couple different things. I actually saw like a fuzzy vision or a fuzzy shot, it looked like, of Wolverine like coming into the light, because one of the guys at the Super Bowl party was like, do you think we even get the suit, like the full reveal of Wolverine in the full trailer? I was like, I don't know why you wouldn't, man. Like, those images of the two of them have been all over the internet for so long. I was just like, nah, man, you'd imagine that we're going to get a shot of Wolverine in the gear. And we did. I wasn't wrong. But it played much more like a teaser trailer where it's like, oh, Wolverine's coming, but we're not going to show you that it's Hugh Jackman, even though we all know that it's Hugh Jackman. So I'm interested to see what else this one had, because I do remember like a full front image, but it was just blurred in the moment that I saw. So let's not waste any more time. Let's also take a look at the Super Bowl official big game TV spot for Deadpool and Wolverine.
Get your special stuff out, nerds. It's gonna get good. Your little cinematic universe
Wait, what is happening here?
is about to change forever.
Wait. What is going on? Why is it playing like that? Alright, well, that's just fascinating. Apparently, the 30-second spot I can't find anywhere online outside of this, like, vertical video. So the screen is going to be cut off, which kind of sucks. My mom actually told me that she recorded the game in case something like this happens. So maybe we'll go home and pull it up that way and I don't know. We'll try to figure out something, but we'll take a look at it at least here, and then see if I can't improve the way it looks. But let's take a look at this cutoff version of the 30-second. It's so funny because everybody used to post the big game spot and then the actual trailer, and I couldn't find. I guess the only other thing I can look at is like Marvel Studios YouTube. Marvel Entertainment, but like everything that was on, it was just the full trailer. It's not the working. Yeah, that's so strange. Anyway, let's take a look at this strange cutoff version of the 30-second Super Bowl spot for Deadpool and Wolverine. Love that you get the classic Bulls entrance music. Get your special sock out, nerds. That's genius.
Cinematic
I love that he's talking directly to the fans.
is about to change.
A lot of stuff that we saw. There's nothing like coming together. There he is.
And a Wolverine. This just feels right.
Deadpool and a Wolverine. This just feels right. And maybe we don't. That was probably really the only thing that was different is one, what he's saying to the audience, which I love, and then it's the only thing that wasn't in the actual trailer is that blurry spot of Hugh coming towards us. Unless it's somebody that's not Hugh, right? It's one of those things that I feel like. I think Deadpool is the perfect character to kind of comment on where we've been with the Marvel multiverse stuff. Like I said, I think this is really our kickoff, Rand, to our road to Secret Wars and to these Avengers movies, and I think this is going to be the thing that kind of pulls all of the multiverse stuff in line. That being said, I do think that you're in the perfect place with someone like Deadpool where he can comment on the struggles that Marvel's been having, can comment on why him and Wolverine could be saviors for the MCU, and you know, be able to play with things in a way, like I said, you're special, Wade. What makes him special? That he can't die? No, I think the thing that really makes him special is breaking the fourth wall. And if that's true, and that's an actual power that allows him to acquire knowledge from other places that people can't, that would be really fun to see how they play with it. But nevertheless, man, I'm just so freaking stoked for Deadpool and Wolverine. I saw online one of the posters for the movie that it's you know, a best friends locket that's broken in half, because that's, you know, each friend has one, and one's Deadpool, one's Wolverine. You know, come together July 26th. But Ryan Reynolds' tweet reads, "Wait till you see the Deadpool popcorn bucket." That's what makes Deadpool so special, man. Is that Ryan Reynolds is so tapped into pop culture and everything that's just going on in the world of film and nerd spheres, and just anywhere that he's playing, he knows the ins and outs of all of it. And that's where it's like, what's been being talked about? AMC's been doing these popcorn buckets for a while. I think the first one I ever bought that started my collection was the Ecto one for the first Ghostbusters Frozen, not Frozen Empire, the first Ghostbusters reboot movie. I can't think of what the full title of that. Afterlife. Ghostbusters Afterlife. I got the Ecto 1. Very excited to try and go and get the, it's one, apparently they're going to theoretically be hard to get, because people really went nuts for the Ecto 1, which I didn't have a problem getting. But they got the Ghost Trap, obviously, coming out. So AMC's been doing these popcorn buckets for a while. However, recently in the news, the AMC popcorn buckets have been being talked about because of this Dune popcorn bucket that looks like a fleshlight. You know, it looks like some sort of self-pleasuring toy. So to have, you know, someone like Reynolds in the teaser trailer voiceover, you know, talking about socks and nerds, and if you don't understand, that's one of those, like, if you know, you know. But then for him to then tweet, you know, the poster out, and be like, wait till you see the popcorn bucket. Like, he's just tapped into everything that's going on, and that's what makes the character work so well, and makes these movies work so well. Is it's not just the movie, it's everything, man. Like, the lead up, that's the other, like, they're right away. Jackman posted something, you know, being wrong with the trailer, and him not being in the trailer too much, and it was Wolverine and A-hole. So, like, that's the type of stuff where it's like these two guys have this type of back and forth banter happening all the time anyway, with the type of friendship that they have online. So to be able to play into that, like, all the marketing and build up with these two guys, like, if you don't, make sure you're following Jackman and Reynolds on all of their social media accounts. The build up to this thing is going to be hilarious. You know they're going to be dropping things on their own, like they did with the poster and the title reveal changes. All of these things are what makes this movie, I think, super special, and why, for me, it's probably going to be the biggest movie of 2024. Yeah, I know Dune is coming, and Dune's going to be huge, but I think that audience is a little bit more niche than people realize, and while that feels like it should be something that's $1 billion movie, I don't know if it's going to have that kind of power. You know, the first one didn't get there. It's going to make a lot of money, but I don't know if you have everybody tapped in the way that Deadpool is going to be able to tap into all audiences and all different demographics and everybody and their mother if this plays right, like if in the next teaser, if we start seeing the faces of some of these potential cameos and things that are going on, and you start teasing stuff in a way that Spider-Man No Way Home did, where it's like, we know that these three characters are going to be there, but is this, or this going to work? It's one of those things that didn't really work in the marketing for Strange, because people thought about these cameos too much. It worked perfectly for Spider-Man No Way Home, because those two guys were in the majority of the second half of that movie. So if they play with all that stuff right, you could build this to a point that, like, you're gonna be like, everybody's going to see this thing. I mean, it broke the most views ever for a trailer on YouTube, so it has that going for it. Lots of eyeballs. It's tapping into a market, I think, that's much bigger than anything else. I expect Deadpool to be the biggest movie of the year, and I can't wait till we get to July. So that's it. I'm gonna shut up. I've been talking for way too long. We've been looking at this trailer for way too long, but man, it's the thing I'm most excited about for the year of 2024. I cannot wait to see these two guys on screen together, and then, like I said, see what it sets up, because I think this is gonna be the kickoff to the run of get us to, Avengers 4 and Secret Wars. So I'm gonna shut up. I'll flip it over to you guys. Want to know what you're thinking? How much did you love the Deadpool trailer? Was there anything that I didn't talk about or didn't see that you noticed? What popped in the trailer for you? What did you like about the big game spot? Do you like that, we've got Deadpool doing all the things that he normally does, talking right to us and telling us things that I think are cluing us into things that are going on? What do you think's happening with the movie? What's up with the TVA? What are you most excited about with Jackman coming in? Do you think we see multiple Wolverines? We know we're seeing multiple Deadpools from different set photos that have leaked, and I can't wait to see how Reynolds continues to play with that type of stuff. But do you think we see different Wolverines? Could we see a Wolverine from the MCU? Is that something that, possibly comes in when you're not expecting it? And yeah, I mean, with all of that going on, what are you thinking about Deadpool and Wolverine? Put it down below in the comment section. I look forward to talking to you down there. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new, you want to come hang out with the C-Man anytime we're talking movies, TV, trailer, reactions, you want to, show a little love, support, let me know what you're looking forward to this year. Things that are going on. You want to show that support. Come join C-Maniac Nation. It's super easy. All you got to do is jump over there, hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell if you want those alerts. And until next time for the C-Man's Cinema, sit down. I've been the C-Man. I'm signing off. Peace. Hey, what's up, C-Maniac Nation? Winter Ken here, where we grow out our roots and our beard, letting you know that you can see some new C-Man videos right up here and right down here. And if you want all those videos and show that man a little love and support, come join C-Maniac Nation right over there, and the C-Man will catch you on the next one.